Do, 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 do. So I'll show you guys what's become of Universal Chicago. I hit a point where I I just ran out of memory. Um, Things are starting to slow down a little bit. So here we are, and well, in typical fashion, I've already started something new. I've actually started a couple something news, but we'll get into it. I'm not really a big fan of what I've started new, as the inspiration behind it was something different than what I kind of started to make after I built a basic entrance and little area. But anyways, this is you can see we're a little janky. All right, so we're not done. It's all the trees, it's all the other stuff, but for the most part, I got the things done that I wanted. I did very much enjoy piecemealing things together. As you walk from, say, like Hogsmeade, right? You walk through the forest, the Forbidden Forest, among others, down to what would be like Diagon Alley and all that, right? That worked out well, but what kind of didn't? Again, it's not smooth. Um, we hit a point where there's just enough little pieces. It's too big. I mean, it's part of it. This is still one of my favorite coasters I've ever made. This thing, Skyline Surge, it is phenomenal. Yeah, but we just, we ran out of steam, which is fine. The inspiration for everything here kind of died. I love this Nintendo area. This turned out cool. I wish it could have been a little bit better. My problem is like organization. I'm great at building rides. What I'm not great at is like having foresight and forethought into what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Although this Jurassic area turned out pretty damn good. Except for that. And the Viking area is not too bad either, for what it's worth. How to train your dragon. Yeah. So this is what's become of Universal Chicago. Incomplete, but quite fun. Let's It then moved into Disney America, which turned into a whole other issue. Now I'm working on Action Park. Taken from the Action Park water park that was in New Jersey. And if you ever get a chance, go watch the HBO special. It is hilarious. So the inspiration is from that, but safe rides and stuff. And then for some reason, I wanted to build a German Bavarian area, which I did to connect to this hyper wooden coaster, which is really, really fun. Right, but I haven't finished it. I just found a bunch of really cool pieces, and I've got like, you know, all this to play with. So we'll figure out what's going to go in there. I really like this little diner here. It's cool. Little outdoor eating area. I was thinking I had a little pond back here, kind of like we've got over here. Right, you got the Chero Swingo, a kick flip. Right, it'll look nice once I, put everything in. Excuse me, that needs to go in. But that wasn't, this was meant to be like a thrill park, not necessarily a theme park. So this might be the only area that's kind of themed. And there's going to be a kids ride that's going to go here. But this is what I've got. I love this thing. I'm going to use it many, many more times, including here. I want people to be able to walk. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put this, but I want people to be able to walk underneath, right? And for that, the ride to still come up and over and then down. I think that would be cool. All right. We got one of these. We got a Giga. We got a little wooden for like a kids area that I was thinking someplace over here. Originally I was gonna put the kids area over here, but then this thing just fit so perfectly. Anyways, that's this. Found this really cool parking garage in here, or on the workshop, right? So there's a restaurant here that connects. Right. So I'm gonna decide now whether or not I want to put a roof pool on this bad boy, or I really wish they'd put elevators in this game. That would be awesome. Or if we're just gonna cap it and leave it. I'm thinking we're just gonna cap it and leave it. So let's do that. Let's go into here. And we need to go to roof. And I have no clue what kind of roof I want to put on this bad boy. Castle roof, no. No. Definitely not. So I was thinking maybe something along this line, but we would make it like a silver gray. I think the silver works. I think I got everything in there that I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna need a lot. Why? I was also thinking I might add like a restaurant up here. We could still do that. We can still build the walkway and the stairway up at some point. I have no need to do that right now. Same thing, like we can always add the pool. I just want to cap it for now. We'll add the other things as we go. Now, what this building does need is it needs a security camera. And it needs a couple security cameras. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Symmetry is important. I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, all right. So the kids ride will load over here or go that way. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I have to figure it out. Might be a dangly do. We'll see. Anyways, here we are. Let's actually go for a ride here on Colossus. Let's see what it's all about. an unfortunate happenstance, isn't it? Alright, here's the deets. 58,840. Or 58,84, sorry. Right. Oops. Let's go for a ride. So the thought kind of just came to me. We've got Colossus. The kids' ride could be a wooden style ride. I was thinking a friction wheel side ride. Shadow of Colossus. Right? That's why they pay me the big bucks, folks. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Alright, this bad boy's ready to open. I mean, it has been for a while. Let's build Shadow of Colossus. No clue how or what it's gonna run, but we'll figure all that out as we go. Where are you? There you are. So we would load. I don't know. How do I want to do this? They're going to exit over here. So we could totally load this way. Which would make sense. Yeah, that works. Like, this doesn't matter because no one's going to be on it. Oh. Please hold. I hear weird noises. I hear weird noises because my kitten is being a kitten. I actually kind of fire. We're gonna do something different and unique. See how that works. I think that's kind of cool. Let's see. Ooh, I see my first problem. Biscuits. Come on. Results. Right now. Wheat. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool. Assuming I don't, mess everything up. Okay. I don't like the way that's going. Alright, let's see how this works. Voice little drop, and then let's see. I can already tell I'm gonna have to mess with the friction. Because of course I am. Alright, let's do this again. Nope, needs more friction. Maybe. Nope, we're good. Reduce it one more. Yeah. Make it a little bit more slippery one more time. Just one more. We'll make it a 6. 6 should work. Shadow of Colossus. Alright, I like that. It's nothing overly fancy. They get the job done, and it's perfect for little ends. Alright. Oh, yeah, we got that. Shadow of Colossus is ready to go. Let's come here. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's turn all this stuff on. What the heck? Oh, come on. Alright, that's good. Now we need one of these. Let's go back here. Let's come here. This guy should be done. And this mofo gonna have to duck. Quack. Right? That guy's done. And then this guy's gonna pop a scoozy over here and come in. All right. So, I'm gonna do a brick path. I'm gonna go this way. There you go. All right, so it's cool. I like this. This is a good one. All right, so let's change the blue like a sand dune just to separate a little bit. All right, and then we'll change. It's like a winter green. No. Now you get sand dune as well. Yeah. That way you've got Colossus and Shadow of Colossus. Pretty straightforward. I mean, it's 2 turns, right? 2 wraparound turns, and that's all it is. All right, and then in here, we will very meticulously put a lake. What's this? Not skipping much. Same thing in here. I want a little lake, a little pond. There we go. All right, and then I'll put another one over here. We don't need to be as intense. Jiminy Crickets, my phone is blowing up. Okay. And we'll have to add some trees and some other stuff, but that's the basic gist of everything. All right, we're going to add our bushes into here because we do need some bush. We need some bush to separate stuff. My phone's still blowing up. Let's see what everybody wants. Right. So that's that. We're going to need to add some benches and stuff, so we're going to do that over here. We're going to need to add some bins. That's going to be a thing. Some more bush. That's too big. That's too big. I do want to put flowers around the building. That worked out pretty well. All right. I want to put a tree in here, I think. That would make sense. What is this? It's juniper. That's a weeping willow. Bluegum eucalyptus, which don't really fit. What's this? Willows, which are, next to water. Yeah, it's gonna go along the road. Okay. So now some kind of pine maybe. That I like. And we're gonna put some more benches and stuff over here. That won't work. Let's get you in here. Let's get you in here. Yeah, that works. We're starting to beautify this place a little bit. Now, we need to go back and we need bush. Now we need one of these guys that can eat up some space, I tell you what. Alright, starting to get someplace. We're gonna have to do more. We're gonna have to add the piping and all the stuff on top of that roof. But that's for a later date. Alright. Well, this is where we're at. Hope everybody enjoyed. We're gonna continue working. I'm gonna continue working, and until next time, see ya.